Okay, after a quick break, back. For more Victoria 2. Continue, please. A culture can be obsessed with specific goods. Pops of that culture will spend significantly more on goods they are obsessed with compared to other goods. Neat. Hell yeah, votes for women. We're getting there, don't worry. Okay. Working on getting a National Guard. GDP is looking decent. Okay. What are... So, it's been an hour and I've already forgot what I'm doing. We're working on screw frigates. After that, we're probably going to go for dialectics so we can get socialism, is I think what I decided on. We are building some universities. Trying to get a National Guard going. Military. We've got 10 regulars. Perfect. That shouldn't affect us too much, but it did not have as much of not dent our projection as much as I'd hoped. So you can have 10 battalions, but how many can you? People don't like him because he's imperious. It's fine. So let's beef up our military a little bit then. Okay, so wait, if we change this to cargo port, +5 infrastructure, +200 convoys, but we need more clippers. It says that'll cost us significantly more. That doesn't seem right. This is a cargo port. And I see. This is just a regular port. So we don't have any clippers. Okay. I thought it was weird when we built that port. It did not cost... We, did not have to supply it with clippers. Now it makes sense. So there's we have one ship, right? As one warship. Cool. In that case, get more. We need us a navy. Okay, so when the time comes, should be able to easily take Costa Rica. France owes us an obligation. We have interest in the Caribbean. But unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. Cuba is wary towards us. They were trying to make us their friend for years. And now they're like, suddenly they see us as a threat. Which, yeah. Like, the second I can, I'm taking you over. And then a lot of these are just... A lot of the Caribbean here is just owned by Great Britain, which is very annoying. So yeah, like if I wanted to... let's see. Like if I wanted to do this, I would have to fight Great Britain. Not a good idea. And I have a sneaking suspicion France will not help us if we decide to start a war with Spain. And you know what? Fair. Totally fair. Okay, we do need to beef up our fleet, though, if we have any hope of taking on Cuba. Backroom dealings. Jesus Christ. Okay. Is there something we'd rather try spend our time on than the National Guard? Hmm. 15 bureaucratic. Agrarianism. Trade I don't think we want, because yeah, no tariffs. It's just this isn't likely to pass anytime soon, so let's see. We want per capita taxation. That's doing good work for us right now. Secret police, huh? Mass conscription. So we could get multiculturalism. Cultures will be accepted based on old ways. So we can give guaranteed liberties. Unlocked by right of assembly. Okay. What do we need for that? Protected speech. Let's work on giving people the right to assembly. What's our building queue look like? 2 barracks, 2 naval bases, okay. We're already squeezing as much money as we can out of people, so... This freaking Catholic Church. I swear. Suck. Barracks expanded to level 6. Perfect. Okay, we're spending 10 on 20 on... Okay, Perfect. Gotta do something about our cash. We are bleeding money right now. Our logging camps are... This logging camp is just barely making money. Not sure what more we can do about it. What is... We are subsidizing the motor industries and a railway. Yeah. We're gonna be subsidizing the railway, that's just the way it goes. The motor industry... shouldn't need our subsidies anymore. Okay, we got screw frigates. We need dialectic so we can get socialism and then communism. Go to our shipyards, which are here. So we can change to reinforced wooden ships. Which makes us... Wait. We're making... Okay, and we can use this to make... more man of wars? Alright, sounds pretty good. Since we have nothing under construction, we are making cash again. The problem is we need to... Alright, let's take a look at the market. Hardwood's going for a pretty penny right now. So we change this camp to produce hardwood. That's going to make it a lot better. Probably. Go ahead and expand this logging camp. Tooling workshops losing money. We make our own steel, so we're probably better off making steel tools. Okay, we have a university. Got a furniture workshop. It is making... Okay. What's some of the other big ticket items? Opium we can't do anything about. We haven't unlocked synthetics yet, so... So we could... Houston food industry. I mean, the world needs groceries. So let's see. Groceries. Make canneries. We can liquor. I don't know where we got so much money in our investment pool all of a sudden. But I'll take it. We got more people immigrating here. Fine with me. Huh? You were working on right of assembly. Speech pamphlets, this will help our cause. And we will... And we'll also want an arts academy. Perfect! We are becoming increasingly literate. Fine arts going up in price again, seems good. I've been booped. We upped this, right? So, still just have one flotilla. I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure. How all this works. I guess once this gets to 1,000, we get a second Man of War. We need to start looking at some of those plus... What's it called? Prestige things. Okay, so... Potential... I mean, we can't build the Panama Canal or that. Yeah, there's no Suez Canal in Haiti. Thank you. Can't make that. Okay. Can't make a Big Ben, because... Okay. 47th best economy in the world. I feel like that's gone down. Much like I think our literacy's gone down, but we're working on it. So what happens when we upgrade this? I guess... we get more infrastructure and convoys, right? Okay, Central Archives. It's not something we were actively researching, but fine. So, oh, okay, we are actually getting a lot of investment sources, huh? Okay. probably want to upgrade our steel mill at some point then. Maybe just build another one over here. Seems alright. Let's go. Oh, overzealous censorship. Alright, we took a gamble, and we won. So that's... We're going to go down to construction sector. We're going to... take a little extra cost to, up our construction a bit. Okay, dye. Hardwood's still worth a lot. Oh no, the free trade party. Ugh. Okay, we got water 2 boiler, which we put here. We need less laborers. This says that it will decrease my balance. I think that's wrong, because if we need less laborers, they don't have to pay as much in wages, right? So they should be making more, if not the same. Except they're not. Interesting. That kind of surprises me. Maybe it's because the need for coal and tools? Very interesting. Okay, we are... Right. Building universities, we don't get to pool from our investment pool, so... Let's go and... turn to wooden buildings, just to save on some money while we are working on our education system. And now let the investment pool build back up. Probably just want another steel mill there. Okay, hydraulic cranes, port max level, cool. Does that have any other effect on our port? No, we need gantry cranes. Got it. So what do we need for organized sports? We will probably hit that, actually, after dialectics. We can get it in 11 months, and a 10% boost in prestige. It's only an extra 2 points, but, you know, it matters. Says if we get to rank 56, we become a minor power, which seems incorrect, but... Okay, so now we've got 2 Man-O-Wars. So yeah, okay, Navy just takes forever to build up. The armed forces are dissatisfied with the inclusion in the Haitian... nation needs both, so... So maybe I should have just told the armed forces to go to hell. Oh, I've already got a steel mill in the works. Cool, cool. Nothing is worth super big amounts of money. Uh-oh, election results are in. Interesting. What happened to the Liberal Party? Curious. It won't let me. I wish I knew why sometimes it lets me reform my government and other times it doesn't. As it says, cannot be promoted to power while approval is at angry. I get it. Whatever. Okay, that's one upgrade to the university. I've already got, yeah, government wages are middling. But I don't think we actually want a level 3 university just yet. So it wants me to increase the Moto Industries to level 3 to trigger steam engine time. Okay. Just looking at some other these, the philosophy department. Okay. It's frustrating, but I don't really know what to do about it right now. glass is expensive. Huh? Steel's expensive. I mean, we're working on getting more steel mills, but naval base, slowly. +6 urbanization, +13 navy projection power. Get +2, okay. It's not a timed modifier though, it's forever. Okay, we got dialectics. Yeah, we'll get professional sports, grab a couple extra prestige points. Okay, I'm making a save. About to piss off France. They are amicable. They have been conquering. They have 27 infamy. Oh my. They're going to stop paying France and immediately get someone there to improve relations. Yeah, that was a pretty big increase to our prestige. Okay, we have right of assembly. Okay, where do we actually... I don't think we actually get minor power status until prestige 53. Okay. Well, let's see. What do we want next? So, if we go to institutions, we can up our education even more. Gives us plus 30% education access. Perfect. And... Colonial resettlement. We'll radicalize the rural folk. Sure. I don't see us actually colonizing anything. Like, the best... Like, Africa's pretty well settled at this point, but... Oh, we're actually running positive now. Huh, how about that? Okay, so we're going to update this. What are we upgrading here? I think our motor industries and our steel mill. Perfect. Can't put... Oh, the petit bourgeois one. There, that should give us a little bit more authority. Okay, no, it does not. Still seems to think we have a government conflict. Don't know what that is. I don't know what it's talking about, but... what happened? So what was road maintenance getting us? Infrastructure and construction efficiency. Okay. Probably want a naval base down here as well. Two more weeks to get this arts academy. We are still an insignificant power. Oh, if the prestige becomes at least 57, okay. Yeah, we need a lot of prestige still. For some reason I was reading that as rank. That makes more sense. Now that we are building steel, we can go... here... Change to iron frame buildings, and they'll just pull from the investment pool. And these should build quicker than they would otherwise. And probably decrease taxes a little, since we aren't doing anything at this time. Oh. Okay, there we go. $22 weeks to get to level 3. Basically, we don't want France to be too mad that we stopped paying them. Okay. Navy power projection of 18. Cuba has, like, Navy power projection of what? 70. Okay. Colonial enthusiasm. You get... Slow down, the law isn't signed yet. Even know where we would colonize. I don't think we can colonize anywhere. Got organized forts. Alright, let's get that socialism. Hoo-ha. Somehow that bumped us... Oh, from being leading goods producer? Really? For the number 3 producer of fine art. Oh. Hell yeah. Well, then keep that up. We will try to keep being a leading producer in fine art then, since nobody else apparently is interested. Oh, we meant to make a glass factory, that's right. Glass works. Alright, what's our problem here, huh? Tools just aren't worth what they used to be? Maybe you need to make more. Oh, actually, looks like part of the problem is an unemployed pop. No, I think we still... I see. So... we're basically... we are no longer, I'm guessing... No, we are... Interesting. I thought this was a lot higher. This says... okay, I hover over, it says 56, but... 16, 26, 31... Yeah, so it's definitely not 39. Because there's... 16, 26, 31, 34... 49 plus 15, yeah. Okay, mechanized unlocks stuff for things. We do have a furniture factory actually, so we can upgrade to mechanized workshops. We do that, that's gonna make a shit ton more cash. That seems pretty good. I don't know why this... Okay, because we're no longer the leading producer of fine art. Yeah, I did not expect that to last for too terribly long. Steel mills are blowing it out of the park, though. What are we building right now? Motor industry, okay. We're making as many man-o-wars as we can, so Ooh, ooh. Okay, good. We have more immigrants coming, which we kind of want because we need more. Oh yeah, people want to come here. I don't quite know what colonial resettlement gets us. But we've done it. Okay, it is time to upgrade the government administration. Or it will be time when we finally get around to it. Perfect. Okay, everything's looking fine. So it's going to take like 3 years to get all these buildings we want built. That's fine, I guess. Well, as long as we're building... like factories. We get investment pool money. We have a steel mill here, Bessemer processing. Yep, alright. Perfect. Second most productive steel mill in the world. Alright, so for an open hearth process, we need to research that. Where is open hearth process? So there's Bessemer, reinforced concrete. It's here. Okay. We got logistics. More conscriptable battalions. Go team. So, let's see. +4 from Navy power projection. How is that Navy of ours coming along? Hot damn, we have 3 flotillas. Freaking finally. So we're going to upgrade this motor industries. We're going to upgrade our steel mills. To upgrade our railroad here because we're actually going to be running into a steam engine time was completed successfully. Perfect. The engines of progress. The manufacture of steam has become a profitable industry. These engines are already being employed. So we can get more engines. We're going to take that because that gives us another 3,000 on level 2 trains. So we're almost halfway there already. Damn. Our steel mills are pretty good. We can't make steamers, so... Um... 20 weeks, really? Oh, oh well. The industries used to be influential. Now they are powerful. What happens if I start bankrolling? That seems... it's like something I can't afford. I would like some more Caribbean holdings, but that doesn't seem likely to happen. So let's see. What's Costa Rica got? They've got coal mines, they've got fishing wharves, tobacco, banana, sugar, coffee, maize, dye plantations. Okay, so they're worth something. Leader of the Intelligentsia has made a remarkable play for power. We like them more than other groups, so sure. So they have iron and coal and sulfur down here. We actually might, if we can, like make a play for Venezuela. We need... we're running low on bureaucracy, so we are going to need... I wonder if we can get a look at the literacy rankings. So we're getting the steel mills, 2 naval bases. I actually want the government administration more than the Arts Academy. We'll put Arts Academy at the bottom. It's like the least important thing in our building queue. Now, we might need to be ready because once we switch to this, I don't think the business people are interested in funding that, so we switch back to wooden buildings and we maintain a positive balance sheet. Granted, first off, what the hell is going on here? Second off, we do have like 500,000 in gold reserves. So we can afford it. We have 4 notifications. The obligation owed to us by Haiti. We are... Okay, look. Yeah. Does it mean our obligation towards France? I've got nothing to do with it. Like, I can't... I've got nothing to do with that obligation I got on France. So, whatever. Okay, now we have 4 flotilla strength. Oh, we aren't working towards any sort of... I don't know what welfare gets us, so... Or migration controls. We want to unlock... I am working on fixing the bureaucracy situation. Okay. We also got more from somewhere. Oh, the petit bourgeois stepped in to help us. Well... Okay. Alright, since we're back to building factories, we can do that. That'll get our stuff built faster. Let's just have this auto expand. Okay, forget road maintenance. Encourage manufacturing in Haiti. Now we have the most productive steel mill in the world. Yee-haw. It doesn't seem to have given us any sort of prestige bonus, though, so... Oh, well. Still, we've got a bunch of factories running here now. We're gonna have our glassworks here. We have an election coming up? Shipping by rail. Efficient rail. Yeah, having our rail network be better sounds pretty decent. Nicholas de Ortega's died, poor guy. Yeah, look at our trains! Look at the trains! Choo-choo, motherfucker. We love trains here. The naval base is fully employed. Finally. So that means we want to... Yeah, the Conservatives always win. We don't need to reform the government because... nothing's changed. Got nitroglycerin. Perfect. After we get socialism, we will probably go and get the open hearth process. Oh, we have an election event. Opposition member puts forth demands. More pragmatically inclined members of the intelligentsia. We'll compromise. Okay, we're doing pretty good. We have more people migrating. Our population has doubled since the game started. Our literacy rate has stalled out. I wish I knew how to fix that, but whatever. We're gonna get glassworks, then we're gonna get government administration, improve our railway, make more art. We're even on this. We can lower taxes even more. We're not going to, but we can. Okay. I need to go check and make sure everything's okay upstairs. Alright. Everything's fine. So many radicals. I don't really know how to manage that. I guess I could stop intentionally pissing off the different groups in my country, but nah. Okay. Removes all effects from malaria. And cool. Oh, okay. If we keep upgrading our naval bases, we might actually be able to get us an interest. Cool. This says we need to get to 61. I guess I'll just believe that for right now. Iron is slightly more expensive. United States might be looking to make a play for... Oh, they're fighting Mexico? Interesting. Oh, but Austria's coming to Mexico's support. Okay, we have the National Guard. Can mobilize 11 battalions. I have no idea how that affects. We'll probably need to wait a week for that to update. In the meantime, we've got the Home Affairs. Cannot afford the 13 bureaucracy. That is fair. Okay, so we're gonna cool it on... Okay, we can just afford this. So we're going to add to the construction sector. We'll build a construction sector here. Why do we have low attraction compared to the average in the French market? Well, that's new. Not sure what happened. Huh. Is our standard of living so low? Well, I don't know how to make it higher. Well, let's get some Social Security then. Okay, so the fact that people are leaving is somewhat of a problem. So let's cut back on the taxes. Because maybe that will help grow our standard of living. We got triage. Okay, that gave us something for our barracks. Gives us more recovery rate. Cool. Okay, government center has been upgraded. Do that. It costs us some money, but we get even more bureaucracy. And the investment fund has no problem funding railroads, so that's good. We don't want that after all, since with lower taxes we can't really afford another construction center. But it is having an effect on our standard of living. It's already going up. No longer have the most productive steel mill in the world, but oh well. Oh shit, we became a minor power all of a sudden. Because we're the number 3 producer of engines. That's surprising. Let's add interest in Grand Columbia. Okay, let's do another save. And we're going to go diplomatic plays. We would like to conquer honestly all of Venezuela, but we will. Haiti, we do have an interest in Grand Columbia, though. Okay, so trying to just figure out, is that like something we're waiting on then? Because I declared an interest. Diplomacy. Okay, there we go. Okay, We're going to confirm that we want to conquer Zulia. We are making a diplomatic play. Yeah! We have I don't know what it means to have maneuvers. Okay, so we are going to mobilize. Did somebody join? They had New Granada join in. That's surprising. Hey, France. Understand. What do I do with these maneuvers? Taking actions. Oh, okay, so I can go here to sway. You would not accept. So yeah, nobody would be willing to help me. Okay. I think we'll be fine. We'll want to, our warning, our not passed. Increasing population. What? Okay, hold on. I think I'm maybe passing something I don't want to. Okay. It seems diplomacy has failed us. We don't have as many... troops as I had hoped for. Alright, we'll count down to war. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Okay, so we need to launch a naval invasion with this guy. I don't think either of these guys have any sort of navy. So, yeah. So... How... Okay, I've ordered it. Now what? Okay, we got socialism. Go team. We want open hearth process. We're waiting for the Admiral to prepare his forces. Okay, they're on their way. I think. The Communist Manifesto! The increasing wealth disparity among our society has become as insidious and clear as a scythe's edge. Unite indeed. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Okay. So... fucking launch a naval invasion. I am very confused. Oh no, he has kidney stones. Okay, we have poor laws. We're going to have money going into welfare now, so just something to be aware of. All right. Nothing happened. I don't understand. Is it because there's not a port there? We have to start here. I wish that was more clear. I wish... Okay, I think maybe I figured this out, but I don't know. Okay, we are... I am so confused. Okay, let's reload. Okay. So. Wait, this was... Okay, and then I declare that as my interest. Even if they weren't backed up by Spain, I doubt we could beat Cuba. Okay, still... What if... Go back to autosave 4. We only have one offense. I don't understand. From insufficient naval landing support? I just do not understand. You have a socialist demagogue. I don't really get this. Five, 3, 2, 1. I mean, we wouldn't be able to win because they have 55 defense, but I'm very confused. Oh, okay. Okay, so I need more ships than I have. Units. Got it. Don't crash? It crashed. Okay, it's gonna take a few minutes for this to get back up, so, hold tight. Okay. I've launched it. It does not want to launch. There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but okay. Ugh. Alright, should be coming up on screen in a minute, but it's going to take forever for it to actually load up. The initialized game screen takes forever. While we're waiting for this to load, I'm starting to get a headache. I'm gonna grab some medicine, be right back. I told you, it takes a long time for the game to initialize. Because we're still an initializing game. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. We're actually loading now. Hopefully it'll pop back up on screen in a minute. There it is. Wonderful. We are probably almost loaded in. Okay, we are going to reload this save. Alright. We haven't declared an interest yet. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's pretty much like we definitely want the interest there. So obviously we need to increase our naval capacity, which we will now spend some time doing. Does this increase? No, it just lowers the laborers we need. Okay, the principle of population. So, let's see. We want the naval academies more than the barracks, because, as we have just learned, can't land people if you don't have the navy for it. Place a consumption tax on maybe luxury furniture. Or we just eat the cost. It's gonna cut into our reserves by about 80k, I think. 20 weeks, more or less. Okay, so almost have socialism. US is winning its war this time. Damn. Okay. And then we said we wanted open hearth process. Right. The Communist Manifesto. Nothing to break but our chains. Hello, Olivia Cisneros. And hopefully we will have people blocking the communist banner. Need 255 prestige to get to major power. Yeah, okay. France have stopped damaging our mutual relations. Gee, thanks, buddy. They expelled our diplomats? I missed that. I guess they finally got over themselves? poor laws. Go team. Now that is probably going to eat into our budget. We will probably have to start... So... Fraction is 10% of the normal wage. Okay, we can up it. Where did we declare our interest? Here. Even though it might actually have been better here. Though it's mostly the resources we want. We want access to the iron. And the coal. Now we can get iron from Guatemala. But no coal. I think this might just be better. Did we become a production leader in something else? Yeah, fine art. Okay. Okay. What's the market for coffee look like? Do we need to start building some more coffee plantations? That would probably be not a bad idea. Steel mills look like they decided to auto-upgrade. That's fine. We have neutral relations. Good, good, good. Okay. Make another save. Okay, so the escalation. I have some messages. El Salvador wants to back them up, but that's fine. So long as it stays with just El Salvador, we should be fine. Nobody wants to join our team. That's fine. Conquer Guatemala. Oh, okay, so El Salvador dropped out and Guatemala jumped in. I mean, we'll take them too if they want to get in on this. So when it comes time, we will only want to we only mobilize, like, some, but not everyone. Oh, El Salvador wants in on this again? Sure about that? So I guess we'll mobilize. Okay, let's see how badly it goes if we... We'll just see how badly it goes. Okay, what's our building queue? Steel mill, then some coffee plantations. How's the glassworks? Okay. Perfect. I want to expand that. Okay, got realism. Okay, yeah, the penalty's still really steep. So, we still just lose? No, we're winning? Really? I mean, I'll take it. Patronize realist art. I mean, that's going to be difficult, because we have to get a bunch of points into our... Okay, so we have captured there. Now we're going here. So, like, how likely do we think we are to successfully pull off the naval landing here? Okay. Negotiating participants. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're just losing here because our offense score is so bad from all the penalties. Like... Okay. Try again. The Great Hunger. Things aren't going well here, huh? Okay. Right, we need to build some choo-choo trains. Hunger has become a dangerous problem. An emergency. So we get lower decree costs. This gives us raise standard of living by 3 points. We're giving some relief. Got welfare payments that should assist in bringing up their standard of living. Okay, and this time we actually succeeded. Okay, perfect. I'm glad France stopped damaging our relations. I can support more declared interests. Low market access. Yes, Costa Rica, most likely. Yeah, we have a port there, but yeah. By increasing infrastructure. Yeah, we're working on infrastructure. It says the Guatemala front is vulnerable? You sure about that? How are we losing this? Okay, we have the communists, that's good. Probably don't have the authority to bolster. Okay, we've got a fight going on that we are actually winning quite handily. Okay, we brought up the standard of living. Oh, I need to go to buildings because this railway is actually super important. Okay. Advancing the front. We're still coming out ahead. Even though, like, the main problem is our general sucks. He's not good. Okay. You're advancing the front again. Okay. Now, we probably have some infamy. We do, but it's actually not that bad. How's things here? Going to need a railway here as well. Going to just go ahead and incorporate. Yeah, we'll incorporate both of these. Big spin takes up a lot of our bureaucracy, but it's only for a few years. States in turmoil. Yep. Okay, so this gives me access to coal and iron. Perfect. Okay, play for power. Unbalanced trade. Famine in Costa Rica sparked criticism of Haiti's economic policy. What? No. I know what I'm doing! I mean, I don't, but I can pretend like I do, damn it. Okay, perfect. We have a lot of prestige now, so that's good. What's the problem here? Yes. Okay, the communists have gained ground. But not enough. All right. Good work, team. I have 2 battalions in reserve. Don't quite know what that means. You can only mobilize... Oh, you can mobilize 20. I guess it's because they're not connected to anything else, because we need to... Okay, we have a die now. It's good. Receiving notice of the horrors, solidarity. Yeah, the U.S. is right here. We'll take some, stuff from them. They're impoverished, but otherwise they're not struggling. You have to raise it in the whole nation? I'm out in 3 years. You sure? Okay. We have infrastructure now. Hopefully get infrastructure from there. Do that, because that gives us even more infrastructure. Structure. Okay. Right. Okay, we can now upgrade our steel mills to make them even more wonderful. Oh, okay, we probably want... I don't really know. Oh, rubber mastication. So we can, make use of our rubber plantations. Okay, we have the authority. We need to, get people coming to here for migration purposes. They don't have enough to run their stuff, so we need people migrating here. We can turn off emergency relief. That should not be necessary anymore. So this is high because sparsely populated colonial resettlement. What's going on? Our country's in... Oh, we're at what now? Okay. What's going on? A Maya uprising. I have no idea what this is about. The Mayan uprising, huh? Okay. Okay, so our next objective is basically going to be to kind of blaze a trail through Central America, get Nicaragua, Honduras, basically just connect everything. Because if this rebellion's up here, we're gonna have to make a naval landing, because the HQ is down here. Nope, that's okay. 2 arms. We got a fire yo though. Nobody likes him, and he's just getting up there, and he's not really doing it for us anymore. You're doing great, Eugenio, though. Our steel mill's automatically queued up again. We need here. Go ahead and up our plantations. That looks good. Okay, moving to the next front. Go to the next front. Oh, we actually took some losses that time. Still, we're beating him about 10 to... We're killing him about 10 to 1, so... To the next front. Okay. we need to focus now on kind of the lower strata. We need to increase their standard of living. Like, our total standard of living has become middling, but we'd still like to get the lower strata up to middling as well. And now we just need to wait for their war support to hit 0. Okay. Well, good job, Uprising. You messed everything up. Because now we have to start all over on our trains. So I hope you're happy with yourself. We almost had the train situation situated. And now we have to start over. I'll be right back. Hey, rubber mastication. Wonderful. Okay, next. Electrical generation? Yeah, let's get some electricity going, huh? Okay, we've got... Oh, the Franco-Canadians are coming. And we got human rights. Hooray. Wait, no. Al Riff? No, that has nothing to do with me. Why are you telling me this? I don't care about that. Okay, enlistment offices. Don't care. Steel frame buildings. Where's steel frame buildings? It's here. I think we want that. We produce a lot of steel. We don't produce quite so much glass. I mean, we produce a lot of glass. But we produce shit tons of steel. The recent investments has raised the question. This is a victory for the workers. Yeah, I'm working on fixing Guatemala. This would not be an issue. Okay, we already have interest in here. Got it. So once our infamy comes down, our infamy has come down, we can just be like, hey, Nicaragua, you're next. Always save before war. Mostly just in case, like, someone like the United States decides to get involved. Of course, nobody wants to come to our side. We will have, first off, and we will have them advance. Okay, yeah. So we're going to move Del Barreto over here. Honduras, okay. They want in, huh? Well, I can conquer you as well. Who else has joined in? El Salvador? Go to military. Fruit. General at the Caribbean. Yeah. Now. I want you to mobilize and defend here. They have 3. We have 39 offense. Okay, you know what? Actually, what we want is we want you to advance here, and you to defend here. You defend here. In fact, you can probably just advance that front. Let's pause construction, save some money. Okay, we are winning. Good team. Still winning. Even though our morale's low. Okay. Lost. Okay, well, it's fine. We're just going to basically blitz through this way. Okay, well. Okay, you just freaking stand by, damn. Let your morale recover. Hmm. Okay. That obviously went wrong, and I see what the problem is. Basically, they had more people to open more fronts, so we will... work on building up our forces in Central America. We're going to up taxes a little bit, mostly to pay for our infrastructure projects right now. Okay, we will have Costa Rica incorporated in a couple more years. We are slowly getting everything. We are okay, I feel good about getting rid of the greener grass campaign. We've lost some prestige, but we're still number 25 in the world. Just because of our GDP. State of Tasmania? That is nowhere near me, so I don't care. So... New Granada has actually a beefier military than we do. But we're working on fixing that. let's actually do this. Get more construction sector workers. I think the problem with our standard of living is just we've got a lot of peasants still. As this fills up, we'll get more construction points to build things faster. Now, we could push taxes even higher to pay for this stuff, but okay, the coffee plantation is where? Haiti. It's done super quick. So with this much, it takes 125 weeks. We could actually pretty much run this deficit for that many weeks. And still have 400,000 in our gold reserves. We have discovered rubber in Santo Domingo. Yeehaw. Okay. The Wallonians. They are... Okay. Rubber rush. Discover resources, and we get migration attraction to Santo Domingo. Okay. I feel okay doing this because it means that, like, we're plus 5,000 after all our construction's done. Raising concerns. The armed forces have expressed their concern about government decisions, clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Ignore them. Okay, we are encouraging industry, which we want. We do have a consumption tax on liquor. We want to be bolstering the communists, though. The voice of the nation. Ooh, we get a national anthem. That's just 23 prestige. Hell yeah. We're once again the leading producer of fine art. Whatever. I guess. Have increased tobacco plantations, livestock's next. We're not making as much. Then just add slaughterhouses. It's easy. After that, we are upping our naval base, of course. On the military side, it is probably time to retire you. Oh, I meant to say no. Oops. Okay, so... Yep, we will recruit you. Seems good. Our glass works aren't doing so hot. If we... Cat's knocking stuff over, don't worry about it. We'll subsidize them. That's fine. Making more revenue. We're up to 50% literacy, hell yeah. Still only number 91 worldwide. Can I, like, check other people's literacy? Please notify me when I am more literate than the United States. Thanks and God bless. Well, they finally took Texas. Looks like United States might achieve manifest destiny after all. Though it's gonna be way the hell behind. When it should be. Oh, look at that! They got rid of slavery. Good on them. We have a battalion in reserve. Industrials have started complaining about the existence of subsistence, stating that their undeniable inefficiency. I mean, we're working on it. We're trying to get rid of it. It's just, you know, these things take a lot of time. Okay, steel tools. Let's take a look at our steel mills. Okay. Interesting. We're still producing a lot of steel, but... we need to get these iron mines online. We've already got the coal mines, correct? Yes. This increases the mortality, but we aren't producing explosives yet, though. We will want to be producing explosives. We are producing transportation, right? Strange thing to say, but... okay, people are migrating to Haiti. Perfect. working on these coal mines. Perfect. Or iron mines. We can make an explosives factory, right? Okay. I mean, at some point we should probably start building our own, making our own weapons, huh? Probably a chemicals plant is what gets us... Whoa. Whoa, what the hell happened that suddenly we're at minus 8K? We had a sudden... Oh my god. Railway subsidies are out of control. Probably because we're producing a lot of transport, but we're not actually making use of it. Like, we are producing... No, we're using all of it. It's just doesn't make any money. We do this, we lose some infrastructure, make more transportation. I don't think we need the infrastructure that badly. And now it's cash positive. Rubber rush, yes. Yeah, because by adding this... by adding passengers, I imagine, like, it actually makes money, because it's moving people. Still a lot of railway subsidies, probably from down here. And here. So they actually kind of need the infrastructure more, so... We've got lots of things here that can make use of rail transportation. Costa Rica is still not consuming all of its railway production, which means we can keep on So, go back to this, since... Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so that... communists are gaining ground, though. Catholic Church wants to join the Conservatives. Fine. But now the Communists are in! Now we just need enough authority. Government. So if we have, like, police. Dedicated police. -5 radicals. Standard of living decreases. Hey, who supports this? Yeah, you know, if the petite bourgeoisie and the military thinks it's good, something tells me I'm gonna disagree. Problem is, the police doesn't actually give me any authority, so why should I care? So, +1 conscription rate, -10% political movement radicalism. The bureaucrats give... Okay, so let's take a look. Your appointed bureaucrats helps the intelligentsia. Census suffrage, universal suffrage. +20 legitimacy, +20 political strength. We actually lose authority. Oh, we probably want some goddamn health insurance. Let's get to work on that, boys and girls. That's really gonna up our standard of living, I imagine. Free healthcare? Hell yeah! Okay, now that we fixed our subsidies, Sierra Leone. I don't think that's anywhere near me. Yeah. Across the sea. Let us declare a thing in the Congo. Okay. So, we have enough convoys to actually enough naval power, I should say, to actually do what we want over here. So Haitian tension. Let's... Okay, so we can make Dominion. What does this mean? So what can we do with decentralized nations? Congo is not decentralized? They're unrecognized. Okay. Oh, so we just, like, hit establish colony? Didn't we get something to take care of severe malaria? Allows... Oh, it allows establishment of colonies, but it's still severe malaria. So we would need malaria prevention, I see. So that would take multiple years. Okay, so that you're telling me that's not happening. So instead, what we probably want to do is just conquer Congo, right? So what you're telling me is we want to sail across the sea and conquer Portugal, yes? No, they've got some beefy defensive packs. Though that would be quite funny. Okay, so... yeah, we probably actually don't want to... try to invade the Congo because, what happened here? They conquered... Tonkin? Where the hell is Tonkin? Oh, France is continuing to damage relations. Okay, that's not great. Well, we are going to improve relations, so there. Socialist demagogue. Olivia Cisneros is rapidly gaining popularity. Wonderful. What have we got going on here? Path to socialism. Do we need to research anarchism? Okay. So, I guess we'll do that after steel frame buildings, because we want steel frame buildings. Urbanize Haiti. We need any Haitian state. So yeah, we need... What's going on here? We get 2 interests. Okay, well, we're obviously interested in this place. They have an alliance with Ecuador, so if we fought New Granada... Oh, they are actually quite beefy. That will be less of a problem once we get our barracks built down here, but that's just going to take some time. We need to actually increase our administration here. Thank you. Subsidizing the glassworks. Glassworks doesn't... Ooh, yes it does. Wow. Focus on ceramics, I guess. Well, that's not any better. Our steel mills are losing money? That has never happened. I think the problem is just... What's happened? Has the price of steel just tanked? I think the problem is there's just too many workers, ironically. Okay, we're working on steel buildings, health taxes. We'll try to get by without any sort of tax increase. Okay. We've unlocked a new production method for our naval bases. Je ne sais quoi. Costs us a little more. But it lets us train up a lot faster. Okay, what's okay, we're about to finish up this at university. Any Haitian building is a rubber plantation with cash reserves. Oh, we don't have any rubber plantations. We're working on it, but we haven't got there yet. Okay, so we've solved our problems. Steel mill is still not making any money. How strange. Our steel mills used to be, like, the best. They used to make so much money. And now they don't make anything. Damn, okay. I don't quite know what to do about that. Other than we need to up our iron, I guess, because maybe we're just spending so much on iron? Rubber rush, cool. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the steel mill there. I guess the price of steel just crashed. It looks like the price of steel crashed and iron went way up. It's weird. Okay. Military. Onto our Central America HQ, we need... That guy seems fine. Need to incorporate that. Yeah, I know we have a bureaucratic shortfall. Credit where it's due. Victory for the workers. Okay, that's incorporated. Perfect. Okay, they are perfect. Slowly filling up our battalions. Excellent. Perfect. We have public health insurance. Love it. Minus 5% mortality. Enables the home affairs. We already have home affairs, right? But the National Guard provides us with some stuff. Mass conscription. This allows multiple production methods. I don't know what a lot of those are yet, so... do we have anything on, like, Navy? Okay, no one supports multiculturalism. Can't do women in the workplace yet. Yeah, let's get some compulsory primary school going on. Workers' protections, probably, because we're already enacting something. Alright. Yeah, let's get kids out of... factories, huh? Alright, let's make another play for... Okay, we need to send someone... damage... This increases our infamy, so just start damaging relations. We're gonna fix our bureaucracy situation soon. Got steel frame buildings. So now, hopefully, if we go here, like that's a... No, that got way more expensive. Okay. Yeah, Britain got the Congo. It's not terribly surprising. I just kind of assumed since we make so much damn steel, that would be less expensive. Apparently not, though. Anyway, anarchism, let's get it. Everybody's already trying to colonize there. Okay, yeah, we're not getting anything in Africa, but that's fine. No, I do not want a defensive pact with you. Why would you think I would accept that? So we need to wait for our relations to drop. Okay, perfect. We have bureaucracy again. Do we have compulsory primary school? Hell yes. We need 25 bureaucracy, though, to increase. That's fine. Hey, what other laws? We can protect speech. Proportional tax. Hell yes. Give me that. Because that'll give us so much more money. That's a big one. Honduras doesn't like us, right? They're neutral on us. So we will go ahead and make a play for Honduras. Ooh. New Granada. That's a problem. I'm backing down. I'm reloading. Yeah, I guess New Granada might be... They probably see us as a huge threat. Oh, they're cooperative with us. That's interesting. Oh, they have an alliance with... No. Defensive pact with Honduras. Oh, shit. They've been doing some diplomacy. I didn't even think to check that. Maybe we should be doing some diplomacy. Hey, America. Wanna be friends? No? Mexico also doesn't want to be friends. So I mean, the big thing is, we soon want to just start concentrating on building up our military. We're in a defensive pact with Mexico. Oh dear. They're a protectorate of the British. Okay. So what's our military fit? 1715. Okay, so if we mobilize everything, like maybe we stand a chance, but no, I think once we get this glassworks built, we lower our construction to wooden frames. Lost our admiral. We'll need a new one. Experienced naval commander, but cautious. That's fine. We don't have enough ships anyway. He's just gonna post. Okay, another migration into Haiti. Hooray. I know I can support more declared interest, but I don't know what I want to declare interest in. I guess in Brazil? Why not? We could probably move in on these guys, right? Yeah, so what do they have? They've got rubber. Cotton. Don't really have anything we want. We can't be our neighbors or have interest. That hasn't started up yet, but just trying to see. Venezuela have any friends? They are a protectorate of Scandinavia. Oh my. Yeah, don't want to fuck with that, huh? It's looking like we may have missed our window to really get in here. Death and taxes. Ambrosio has suddenly died while drafting legislation. Okay, we will take the increased success chance. What is our max gold reserve? 1.78 million. Does the glasswork even need to? Yeah, they probably auto-expanded, so we're going to tell them to stop doing that. Chemical plant. Yeah, that just makes fertilizers, huh? Make go boom, please. Okay, subsidize this while they get production going. We're still producing mana wars, right? We have a shipyard up here. I don't understand why we're not making any money, huh? Because explosives aren't worth anything. That's interesting. Okay, let's move back to wooden buildings. And then start upgrading our barracks in a bunch of places. We're at 160 prestige, that's pretty good. They can't. They're pursuing a strategy of defend the borders. American Army power projection. I don't understand. If they're protective towards us, why does that make them less likely to... I'm a participant in a diplomatic play? What? I don't know what that's talking about. Popular prey light endorses. It's on everyone's lips. Well, strongly has staged. Interesting. Or we can just get 20 permanent prestige, which seems pretty good. Okay, we want iron frame buildings while we finish up the food industries, but oh no, Juan Castro of the Catholic Church? Who cares? Disagreements between the petit bourgeois and the trade unions are causing conflicts. They're going to say the workers should be led by workers. We're working on improving market access in Guatemala, but it's going to take some time. We have modern nursing. Hooray. railway. Aren't willing to work for... Okay. If we do that, that'll make it more money. So we lose out on the infrastructure, except... But, like, the railway is actually useful. Okay, now we can switch the... Nope, food industries isn't quite finished. Okay, switch to wooden buildings, which is going to take this while to actually finish, but who cares? Oh my god. We have mutual funds, which lets us make our stuff publicly traded. Okay. I don't know if that's any good. What are we working on? Anarchism. Yes, because we want the road to socialism. Ships of the air. Public trading. Urbanize Haiti. Expand the rubber industry. Haitian building is a rubber plantation. We've got those. They're doing quite well. Workforce is greater. Oh, it needs to be building level 5. Okay. We'll just bump one up to level 5. Guatemala is in turmoil. Why are you in turmoil? Construction sector building throughput. Okay, so that means we get more out of our construction buildings, right? Like, it says... Okay, where's this other 10.7? 4.6. Yeah, okay, so it's not that big of an increase, all things told. Why are they in turmoil? I don't know. We're reaching a point where I feel like we might be able to fight New Granada. We have 19 regulars. And by the time we're done, that's going to be 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can call up 16 extra battalions. Rank 17 in the world. Okay, we got the Radical Party. Radical. Which is the Intelligentsia. Kick the petite bourgeois out of our government, please. I don't know where all of this is going. Probably just population. We have a bunch of people that live here now. Oh, look at that! We're more literate than the United States. Booyah! We also have a higher standard of living than the United States? Okay. Like, not by much, but 13.7 versus 14.4, but we do. So there. Path to socialism complete. Okay. With socialist ideas sweeping across Haiti, Olivier Cisneros of the trade unions has been appointed to a leading position of the government. Trade unions will always select vanguardist. Okay. Trade unions get new communist government. Perfect. We need to get this passed because that's an extra 5,000 bucks a month. Oh, we need some research. Probably. What was it that got us bonuses to reinforced concrete? Let's get the rotary valves. Alright. Feeling pretty good. We're not a major power, a great power. We're probably never going to be a great power, but that's fine. Okay. We have a defensive pact with Honduras. So I'm just doing some scoping here. If we say conquer Nicaragua, Honduras obviously joins in. Wow, they have no preference for me. What jerks? Well, Honduras wants in on this. We will let them in. Okay, so we'll mobilize and say defend there. Then we will mobilize and say advance here. Actually, I want to advance there. Yeah, so as long as, say, New Granada doesn't join in... Uh-oh, we've got opium addiction. Not good. But yeah, so long as, like, they don't join in, we just win this. And we can send him to, like, raid convoys, yeah. Okay, still no one's joined in. Perfect. Okay, let's pause our construction. The Radical Party. Okay. We're going to need to reform, bring these guys in. Alright, looks like we will be able to connect up all of our... You'll be able to successfully connect our Central American holdings. Because no one scary joined in. And we're basically just going to plow through here. He's raiding convoys. To arms! Guatemala is still in turmoil. Don't know what is causing their turmoil. From radical pops. Okay. Probably just because, like, their standard of living isn't great. Thank you. Slam with a tax cut, I guess. Oh my god, that hurt more than I thought it would. We will respond to the tax cut by, raising taxes. How long do we have that modifier for? 30 months, god damn, okay. Okay. Well, we seem to have made short work of all that, huh? We sunk 17 Nicaraguan convoys. Okay, and we are just about done. This balance line is freaking me out. Put a tax on tobacco. We already have a tax on liquor. Is there something that might give us more? Alright. Get rid of that. Tax luxury furniture instead. Okay, now we are just waiting for There. Okay, yep, got Honduras. Could be like one more tick. Perfect. Alright, now we need to set about stabilizing. Okay, so we're going to need to build railroads, railways. We're gonna do that because for a few weeks at least we'll have investment pool funds. Got 5 more weeks to pull from the investment pool. "17 more months before Guatemala becomes fully integrated." After this week, we need to change to wooden buildings. Honestly, probably just pause. Jesus Christ. That's the second time that event's procced for us. We can't do another 10% tax cut. Okay, El Salvador. They have a defensive pact with New Granada. Now, it is important to realize that if we go after New Granada, we will need to fight Ecuador and Peru, Bolivia. Oof. And that's nasty. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. To take on them. So what happens if we declare a rivalry? We get 300 influence. Three flotillas in reserve. Yep. Unhealthy economy, it says. But goods shortage. No market access. Nothing there. Railroad here just can't get profitable. This is barely profitable too. Transportation. Released patients from some asylum have steadily denounced the practices. Okay. Trade unions can take over. Get minus 10% bureaucracy. That's fine. Like, we're soon gonna get a big increase in bureaucracy whenever we finish incorporating Guatemala. If this ever passes, that will help our money situation. They'll probably be better once they have access to the markets. So let's flip our cargo. Let's flip to cargo, because that gives us some extra infrastructure. Oh my god, not again. That is the third time that event has freaking gone off on us. Okay, we can get repeating rifles. Making that minus 10% in taxes hit me a lot more than I thought it would. I really think they're going to be doing better once we finish incorporating them. Fortunately, they're a puppet of... Because, like, if we wanted to... Even if we wanted to, like, you can see, we'd have to fight Spain. Love of... We don't want to be your friend, Venezuela! Huh? Why is it saying my relations are too high? Relations between... Wait, what? Oh, they became a protectorate of Scandinavia. Okay. Yeah, they're untouchable now. Because Scandinavia will just kick our ass. That's fine. We'll just focus on ourselves for right now. What am I waiting for? I feel like I'm waiting on something. Oh, how do I get the People's Revolution? We need to enact Council Republic. Okay, well, that doesn't look like it's getting anywhere, so... let's go for Council Republic. Waiting on Guatemala to finish incorporating, which will happen in 12 weeks. Let's finish getting those railways built. "10 months on those tax cuts." One railway built. Still having infrastructure problems. C'est la vie. Okay, just about done. Spain wishes to enter a defensive pact. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess so. We're never gonna fight Spain one-on-one. If we ever actually get Cuba, it'll be because they've broken free from Spain. Okay, finished incorporating this. I'll be honest, I thought I would have gotten a big chunk of bureaucracy back that since we weren't spending it on incorporating this anymore. Okay, we got improved for what are we working on? The rotary valve engine? What does that get us? Our steel mills are once again doing well. Oh, no. Yeah. We've run out of our investment fund, so... Okay. I think that's enough for today. If you stuck around, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Woo! I'm tired. That's a lot of whatever this is. Still, I think we've done pretty okay. How long do we get this social criticism? Malice. Huh. That's annoying. Okay. Well, yeah, that's gonna do it. I'll be back. I don't know, I streamed a lot today. I will not be back tomorrow. But I'll be back eventually with something.